Hello, testing, testing.
Speaker's off now, so you
Oh, no worries. Cool. Audio's running. We're good.
can hear yourself. Good. Hello, everyone. Oh shit.
Hello, hello. What is this? Your notes? Okay. Yeah, he came ready. Ladies and gentlemen, he came ready. He came ready.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Excuse the Mess podcast. I almost forgot the podcast name. I'm your host or something, Daniel King, and with us we have one of my good friends, Jun Ooi. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be the first guest on this podcast, and yeah, looking forward to some great conversations.
All right, so just to start this off, I have a couple questions. Um, who do you think you are?
Who do I think I am? Is that an actual question?
Yes, I need you to answer.
I've never got asked that before. It's a good question. Who do I think I am?
We'll skip right over that. What what give what gives you the right?
To be here? That's good.
Alright, we're just fucking around.
Okay. Dude, I was gonna answer that.
But no, go ahead and introduce yourself for the lovely
For the
people.
people?
Yeah.
Sure. What's up, guys? My name is Jun Ooi. I am 26 years old. Just turned 26, which is kind of crazy to me because when I was younger, I thought 26-year-olds or anything past 25 was super old. So I'm part of that group now. But yeah, I'm just living life. I like making videos. I like sharing my happiness. I like traveling. I just like just being creative and just try to share the happiness that doing what I love to do. So yeah,
Right on.
super bad intro.
Um so June here works. You still work for Facebook?
I still do.
Tell us
Yeah.
about that. That's something.
Yeah,
Very
so
curious about.
so I work at Facebook. I'm a recruiting coordinator at Facebook, which is pretty awesome. Facebook's a great company. Despite all the slack they get in the news, the actual company and the actual culture itself is absolutely amazing. Like I've never been part of a company or a team that's been this like special, where like they include everyone and everything. Like your opinion matters, right? Because before Facebook, the last couple companies I've worked with, like I was like a field sales rep, and I was just kind of by myself all day. And then with Facebook, I'm constantly talking to people. There's constant feedback. There's like just so much teamwork going on. So yeah, just being part of that culture is amazing, and I'm super grateful I'm super grateful for the people at Facebook to believe in me, to hire me without any previous experience in the actual field.
That was a question I had. How did you land
Yeah.
that job?
Funny story. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So shout out. She posted on her story like, "Hey, does
I'll
that
put her Instagram and Twitter right here.
check her out? She's awesome." But yeah, she just posted on her story and she's like, "Hey, does anyone need like a recruiting job?" And I just reached out. I was like, "Oh, what kind of like?" Oh, actually, no. She said, "Does anyone need a coordination job?" I was like, "Oh, what kind of coordination? Is it like sales coordination? What kind of?" Because I was in sales previously before I was at Facebook. Sales my whole entire career. And I reached out. I was like, "Hey, like, what kind of coordination position is it?" And she told me, she said it was a recruiting coordinator. She told me it was a recruiting coordinator position. And I was like, "Oh, never mind. Like, I'm not really in that recruiting field." So but she's like, "Hey, you might as well just apply. Like, why not? Just apply." I was like, "Yeah, you're right." So she connected me with her recruiter, and the rest is history. I went through the whole process, probably the most intensive interview process I've ever been through. To be
Really?
honest with you, yeah.
What was it like?
So it was like total. It was like 3 or 4 rounds. But in the third round, I talked to 3 different people, and in the fourth round, I talked to 3 different people. So total, I talked to like 9 different people
God
at Facebook before I got the job. And I've like before this, it may not seem like a lot to like some people that have like big jobs, but like to me, it was like the most like intensive process I've ever been through.
Jesus
But
Christ.
but when I got the job, when I got the offer, dude, you can ask my siblings. I was in my room just screaming. I was like, "Let's go!" I was like punching my bed. I was like, this is it. Like, I got it. I got it.
Yeah, I can't even imagine the stress of having. It's like, okay, did one interview, and I gotta do
Another one.
Oh shit! Okay, I gotta do a fucking another one. God damn it! I gotta do another one.
It's like literally, I'm saying the
It's
same
like, am
shit.
I ever gonna fucking get this job?
No, I literally had that thought because so after my on-site round, right? So they brought me to campus, and on the on-site round, it's supposed to be your last round. So on the on-site round, it's 15-minute interviews back to back with 3 different people. So it's like a 45-minute whole process. So that's supposed to be our last round. After that, they're supposed to give me an offer. But since they told me like a lot of different teams were interested in me, and they couldn't decide which team I was in, so I had to meet with all the different teams.
Oh.
And that's why, like, but the thing is, like, after the first team I met with, they're like, all right, this is your last interview. Like, it's all good. Just meet with one more follow-up interview. And after that interview, it's like, oh, actually, another team wants to talk to you. And so the thing is, like, I literally went through the process of thinking, like, yo, like, am I ever gonna get this job? Like, do they even want me? Like, how come I'm interviewing so much?
With me right
Oh,
now?
they're just fucking with me. Like, after the third one, the third one after my on-site, I was like, yo, like, if I don't get this, I'm gonna be
so fucking mad.
I'm
dude.
gonna be devastated. I was gonna be devastated.
Were they all in person?
No. So the ones after the on-site, they were all through video conference,
Okay,
VC.
that's not so bad.
But it was just the stress of like completing it. I'm like, okay, I'm finally done. I just gotta wait for an answer. And then they're like, oh, actually, like, yo, you have another one coming up. And oh, actually, there's another one coming up. So it was just that constant like anxiety and stress. But you know, at the end of it, nothing that's worth it comes easy. So
Exactly.
So it was nice.
Very, very true.
It's getting fucking hot in here.
Yeah,
Do you want to open that?
No, we can't.
You can?
The,
The audio.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we
It's
just
like
have
it's
to
like
sweat it out.
it's like Bikram. It's like Bikram podcast.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna fucking hold on.
I'm just kidding. It is fucking hot.
I'm gonna do it like Bert Kreischer, shirtless and drunk.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the story. That's the story.
So what's it like working there?
So luckily I was able to experience the campus life before it got shut
For
down.
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so I experienced it for about like 4 months before quarantine and COVID happened. Campus life was absolutely amazing. In my building, there's a ping pong table, and I wasn't, I'm not like the best at ping pong, but just being able to play with people.
I'm better than him.
Just being able to play with people, it was super nice. Like like doing all the work, and you're like, you know what, like you hear a ping pong table like going, what, let me just step up away from my desk and just let's go join the table real quick. I actually made a lot of friends through that, just like playing ping pong with random people, with like a bunch of engineers and coders. But aside from that, it was the food. The food was amazing, dude. Like, freshman 15 in college, there's a Facebook 15.
Yeah.
There's an actual thing called Facebook 15.
Food just always available, right?
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay for it. It's just like a cafeteria.
Completely
you just
free.
Get whatever you want.
Exactly. It was a straight
They have
cafeteria.
alcohol too?
They do on
I know
Thursdays.
People that work on Google, they got alcohol, they got beer.
On deck.
Yeah.
So the people that have it like in a fridge next to their desk, those are like the more of like the engineers, the coders, because like
they're gonna be at their desk in time.
At the time, and they're like fucking stressed as shit. Like I feel like our recruiting field isn't as stressful as like the people that are actually coding. I can't even
imagine coding. Like you fuck up one letter, and the entire thing doesn't work,
The
and you have to go and look
Find
for
it.
that fucking letter.
Yeah.
It's an A, and you accidentally put E, and now you have to try to fucking find that through like. Dude. Thousands. I can't even fucking.
Dude, I can't even imagine that. But that's why they drink. That's why they're fucking drinking so much. Like, literally, like in the engineering section, they literally have like their own self-made bar. But aside from that, like in their cafeteria, yeah, they have happy hour Thursdays. Food is. It's not just like typical cafeteria food. It's actually like there's chefs that they're actual like world-renowned chefs that like make food, like what I mean, they literally have different recipes every day. I've never had like 2 of the same meals. Yeah, it's something different every single day, and they have vegan options, vegetarian options. They have dessert. That was what blew my mind. Like I thought it was just gonna be like regular food to just get us full, but no, like they had legit recipes, and like some stuff was so good. Like I literally brought like 3 boxes home every single day because I was dinner.
As much as you want.
You can take as much as you want. And we also have micro kitchens where I would just film. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this.
No one from Facebook is gonna fucking watch this,
yeah.
dude.
So yeah, I would just fill my backpack up with a bunch of like snacks, with a bunch of like little milk teas they had, bring home to my siblings. But yeah, it was the best like onboarding company experience I've ever felt. and like knowing that Facebook set the bar for jobs for me, I'm never gonna go to anything less than that. You know what I mean? Like if I
it's
ever
like,
go
I
back to my
can't
other
fucking,
jobs, I can't go down.
I'm
So,
not going down.
yeah, like if I leave Facebook, I'm leaving it for like Apple or Google, because like there's no way I can experience anything less than this, right? Like this set the bar for me in terms of like jobs and
And
company
with
culture.
recruiting, I feel like that's a easy way into higher
And to other
echelon
things.
positions.
Facts,
you know what
facts.
I mean?
It is like from a recruiting coordinator, you could become an actual recruiter.
That's management, like pretty
Management.
easily within a few years. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, and like the career growth is like pretty good at Facebook. Like if you just do your work, you stand out, you get recognized, and that's what I love, because like in my other jobs, I do hella shit,
And
like
no one fucking,
no one notices. Like no one says like, hey, good job.
acknowledges.
Yeah.
And you're like, God damn it, what the fuck am I
And
even doing?
like, why am I
now?"
doing this? And that's eventually why I started slacking off.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And they wonder why. It's like, tell me good job, man. I
Exactly.
feel like I'm fucking important at this fucking
100%. Like even if there's thousands of people in the company, like your manager should at least say like, hey, good job today, or like.
You say good job, team. You know,
Team,
oh, but you're
something.
by yourself. With
I was
fucking,
a field sales rep, and like I only met my team maybe like once every month. But even as a manager, you should like still be reaching out to people. So like companies, if you want productivity to go up and you want like employee retention, recognition and acknowledgement goes a long way. Just a simple good job, right? And that's what keeps me like doing so well at Facebook, is like my manager is just so supportive. I have other teammates that are so supportive, and like being part of that culture, it really brings the best out of you. Like seeing how talented other people are, because like when I got onboarded, I was in a room like it was called a training camp, and like in the room like we had to do icebreakers, right? And we had to talk about like where we came from, our previous job, all this stuff. And people were saying like, "Yo, I came from Apple. I came from Amazon." And I was like, "I came from like TTI, Home Depot, kind of thing, right?" And people were saying like, "Oh, where they graduated?" When we talked, and like, "Oh, I graduated from like Stanford, Harvard." I was like, "I graduated from like SF State." So like, no, the imposter syndrome was huge.
Oh, do you still feel it now?
I don't feel it anymore because of the culture, right? Like
You've been accepted.
I've been accepted.
So
They make sure you don't feel that. But like just like personally, when I first got onboarded, I definitely felt that. I was like, yo, like all these people are fucking qualified as fuck. But like I'm just here like cause like someone took a chance on me.
Shit.
But sometimes that's all you need.
Luck of the
Someone
draw, man.
luck of the draw.
Shit.
And then I'm honestly doing really well. Like I'm getting my name out there. I've actually made a few videos for Facebook.
Yeah?
Straight up. So they reached out. So they actually posted on our whole tribe, which is like our workplace, kind of our group, and they're like, hey, does anyone have any experience with editing? And I was like, hey, yeah, I'm down to help out. And then just me taking the opportunity has opened up so much more opportunities.
Chance, man.
Taking that chance, just do it. And I did that first video, and then
because if that was me, I might have been like,
nah, it's extra
I wanna
work.
get extra work, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, what if this shit's like getting into it's like cutting into my fucking daytime
work,
hours.
100%,
You know what I
and
mean?
it did.
And
It did. Like I think for that first video. So to give some context to the viewers, it was like a scavenger hunt that our like community team created, like a virtual scavenger hunt. This was during quarantine, and it was kind of a way to.
I remember you were posting about that.
Yeah, posting them on Twitter. Yeah, it was like something where like they had all of us. It was a scavenger hunt to keep all of us staying connected during quarantine.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so it was like different challenges that everyone has to do at home, which is like, oh, I do a somersault for 10 points, or like do like 10 push-ups, or crack an egg with one hand for 10 points.
So it's really like a team. Like,
team effort.
They need you to they need this team to be a fucking well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
So so they got to keep you fucking active,
connected,
connected,
engaged,
laughing with each other. When you're doing push-ups, trying to do a fucking somersault or whatever. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, exactly. So like it was like probably like our 100 people group were split up into like 8 teams, and each team had like maybe 50 challenges, right? And the team that had the most challenges that did the most challenges correctly, and that means they got the most points. And
it's like a fucking summer camp.
It was like summer camp, but for like company culture, and it was cool because like beside all like the actual work we have to do, it was cool just to do something fun outside of it, right? And just submit the video, get the points, and whoever wins was like bragging rights, all that. But I volunteered to make that video. But when I volunteered, I didn't realize how fucking big that video was gonna be, bro. I had like, I sort of got like 700 clips.
Oh.
Because each team had like 50 different challenges, and there was 8 teams. So like 8 times 5, that was like 500, 600 clips that I had to put all together, condensed to like a 5-minute video.
I'm gonna
So
stop you right here just for a second.
yeah,
If you see me looking over there, I'm not. It's not because I'm not paying attention.
yeah.
I'm just making sure that it's still
It's
recording.
recording. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. I got you. No worries. But yeah, so when I downloaded all the files, transferred to my software, Premiere Pro to edit it, I was like, yo, this is gonna take me fucking forever. And I had so the challenges ended Friday, and they needed the video by Monday. I literally
What?
yeah. So I
What?
yeah. So I had to edit literally like 8 hours a day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Sunday, I you know, like when you edit stuff, you have to like have the first draft.
Bonus for that at all?
So the thing is, I did it for free, right? But I did like such a good job that they gave me like an Amazon gift card because
For
like
how much though?
the thing is, I wasn't doing it for the money.
Okay, we don't have to say.
yeah,
we don't
I'm not
have
gonna say how much it
to
was.
say.
It was a good amount, but of course, it wasn't like worth like. I mean,
It's not.
not that it wasn't worth it.
24 hours worth of work.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah.
24 hours worth of work, but it was worth it because I did it for my team.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was like I volunteered, not expecting money, but they gave me money because I did such a good job. So that opened up so much more opportunities for me because that video, like my
Dude,
directors saw that video.
The next editing one, you're gonna be the first person
They're gonna
fucking
call,
look at.
and they have been doing that. So
Yeah.
since that video, I've made 3 more videos for them because I'm the first one they reach out to. And
Have you
honestly,
bought like good editing software?
yeah, so
What you can do?
I use Adobe Premiere Pro. I pay $30 a month for it for the whole Adobe platform. So
Oh, yeah, all
Lightroom,
the shit?
Photoshop, After Effects. I'm actually trying to dabble into animation for my videos, because for me it's like when I make a video and I edit my next video, I want that video to be better than my last. I don't want it to just be the same video.
Yeah.
So
You gotta
like
fucking keep progressing.
progressing,
you know what I
right?
mean? Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why I'm trying to like get into like animation where like me picking this up, there's like sparks coming out of it. Just like those
Oh,
very
so, like,
simple
that.
animations, like very cool little graphics. Like so, I'm trying to get into that to add into my videos. But yeah, I use Adobe Premiere Pro, and yeah, it's literally like movie like makers, filmers use that, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I'm honestly still like an amateur. Like I follow a lot of YouTubers and filmmakers, and like my stuff is still very still very like level 1.
I have to show you this editing thing I did when I was
Yeah.
first getting into writing, screenplays and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even watch a video. I just like,
What'd you do?
I pirated. I pirated
The
Adobe.
Premiere Pro? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I pirated it.
I looked
didn't
into
know if
that.
I should say it. I don't know if I should say, but I
Yeah.
pirated it, and then it was like this. It's like a scene from like this sitcom, and you get like three. You get the 3 cameras. You get 2 shot, 1 shot, 1 shot.
Yeah.
And you have to, and you get all the audio, and you have to fucking make it like a sitcom scene. You know what I mean? And I'll show you
Okay.
after.
Yeah,
But
yeah, show
it
me
was
that.
really fun. Like I found that editing is actually hella fun,
It's fun,
especially
dude.
like that. Yeah.
It's really fun. And no, it's the best feeling is finishing like a project, and you're like, damn.
Like that's fucking good.
That's
You're
fucking
like,
dope.
holy shit, I'm fucking fired.
I
bitch.
love that feeling. Exactly. And that
Like,
brings,
it's like I didn't even go to school for this shit.
I did it. Yeah, exactly. You want to start a new one?
No, it hasn't ended, but I just gotta. It's
Okay.
gonna end soon.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Like, I didn't even go to school for this. I just learned on the fly, right? And nowadays, like, you literally YouTube anything.
YouTube is a fucking college.
It's a
in
college.
itself,
Like, I learned
yeah.
all my editing, all my transitions through YouTube. Like, literally, I just looked it up. Like, hey, how do I do this transition? Look it up. Or like hey, where can I download this?
Damn, I didn't
preset?
even do that.
Yeah.
I just fucking. I was like, I know this is where they would cut, because he's talking right now, but we need to see his reaction, the other guy's
So,
reaction.
so you leave the audio and then you go
leave
the
the
yeah.
audio and look the other way.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit is real. I'd fucking do that.
It's an art, man. I can see you honestly killing it with somebody because like whatever Daniel gets into, like he gets really good at. Honestly, that's one thing I've noticed about Daniel. It's like whatever his hobby is, he gets really good at it. You know what I mean? Like football, one. Hockey?
Mhm.
He got really good at hockey. He wanted to play guitar. Boom, played guitar. Oh, he wanted to sing or make music. Boom, got really good at that. Like that's why I admire about you. It's like you get good at stuff that you're into, and it's like it's not like you just get into it for like a couple weeks. Like no, like you dive
If
into
I'm doing it,
You're
I
doing
go
it.
all the way in. I
Yeah, you
just
try to
go
be as
all the
best
way.
as you can. Yeah,
And
and
I
that's cool.
obsess. I obsess when I'm starting, like, I want to fucking. When I started playing hockey, I just obsessed about it.
Yeah,
And I thought about it all day, and I was watching just
It's highlights.
highlights.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like people, coaches on YouTube, just like, oh, this is how you do that, and like, fuck. And I
Yeah.
would go, and I was at the fucking rink like 4 times.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
worked
literally
there,
were.
I
You
worked
worked there.
but I was like doing like the public sessions
Yeah.
and the Gretzky, like with the stick and puck and everything like 4 times a week,
That's
early,
crazy.
like 6 a.m. in the morning. I would just
Did working there get you into hockey, or were you already interested?
I was already into hockey.
Okay.
Yeah, because San Jose, but.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my new food series, showcasing 5 of my favorite childhood dishes cooked by my very own grandma. Today's episode is gonna feature my all-time favorite dish, curry catfish. She makes this the best I've ever had in my life. We're at Ranch 99 right now. We're gonna pick up some ingredients and bring it over to her house. Let's do it.
And we are back.
No commercial break.
No commercial break this time. One day soon we'll have it. We were talking about me obsessing over stuff.
Yeah.
And hockey, that's just what I do. If I want to get into something, I just obsess, think about it all day, all night. It's really, I don't know if sometimes it's not healthy, in all honesty.
But no, I like that though, because like,
I won't eat. Like when I started writing, I like stopped eating. I was just fucking writing,
dude,
all fucking day.
You know what that is? That's the state of flow. You know the flow. You know flow.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Where
that's what I learned from guitar. Oh, I guess from writing too.
Yeah.
Where you're just in it.
You're in it, in the flow.
And nothing. It's all. You've like transcended.
You transcend.
You're human.
You don't even get hungry. You don't shower. You don't even have to pee or anything.
Like,
That's the state of flow is a crazy ass little concept where the task you're doing is challenging enough to keep your mind engaged, but it's not too challenging where it's too hard, but it's also not too boring where you're bored. You're just in that state of flow, and I get in that when I play basketball. I get into that when I edit.
I know you do. Exactly. Like, this motherfucker could play basketball all day. If he had a gym in his fucking house, he would never leave.
No, and
he would never fucking leave. And that brings me to a point. How did you feel when Kobe died? Where were you? Do you know where you were when you heard the news?
100%. All right, we're gonna get into this. Oh, okay.
Yep, we're gonna go.
Yeah, I do. I'll paint the context of where I was when I first heard it. We were just finishing our Tahoe trip. I was with Nate, RV, Gramps, Justin, Trent, all of them. So it was a Sunday. I remember, right? It was a Sunday. I'm not sure. It was a Sunday because I think we partied up the whole weekend. We had a cabin in Tahoe. Just Sunday, we went to the lake for me to get a drone shot. And after the drone shot, we were kind of packing up, kind of saying our goodbyes because like we all drove in separate cars.
Quadcopter.
What's that? The drone?
Yeah, it's not a drone.
Okay.
Drones fly by themselves.
Okay, but yeah, but regardless, I finished my drone shots. We were kind of like packing up our things, saying bye at the lake, and I checked my phone just really quick just to check it, and then the first thing I see on Instagram was TMZ News: Kobe Bryant dies in a helicopter crash. I looked at it, I was like, okay,
I didn't fucking believe it.
I was like, that's fake, 100% that's fake. Like,
but when I heard it, I kept
thinking about it.
I kept updating the fucking feed.
Let me see something else.
Let me see. Update it. Let's see. And then it was like, oh
insane.
Shit. And then because everyone has those fucking hoaxes, like, oh, fucking Morgan Freeman's
always.
And he's just like sitting in his living room.
Always. That's why and especially like TMZ. Like personally, I don't think that's like a really credible source. But nowadays, I guess it is for deaths. It's a very credible source because like they're always the first on the scene. But okay, so I checked it. I was like, okay, Kobe Bryant dies in a helicopter crash or whatever. Put my phone away. Started saying bye to everyone, and then I checked my phone again, and then I started seeing like teammates or like celebrities
everywhere.
Celebrities saying like, "Yo, like R.I.P. I can't believe this," and then like that's when it really sunk in, and it was crazy because like this like dynamic of like the weekend being over, everyone saying bye, like going home,
going back to normal life,
but like we all kind of like I told people, I was like, "Hey guys, like did you guys see this?" And then people start checking their own phones. And it's like we were saying bye to each other for a great weekend, but at the same time, like we had that lingering thought, like, yo, like is Kobe really dead? And so I got into the car with Trent, and we were driving home because me and Trent drove separately to Tahoe, driving home, and literally like as I was like, so Trent was driving, and I was in the passenger seat, and I was just going through my phone, and I was looking at all the people saying like, yo, like is this real? Is this really happening? I started seeing other news sources coming out with the same thing,
ones
the credible ones, and I was like, yo, like this is really happening. And dude, I
Did you cry?
I broke
Have
down.
you cried yet?
Oh,
About
100%. 100%. Like, if you guys don't know, I'm a
Kobe
huge
fan,
Kobe
the
fan.
biggest.
Ever since he met me, or people that have known me since I was little, Kobe was like my idol. Like, literally, like, he inspired me to play basketball, to work hard, to like
To obsess
to
over the
obsess
thing
over
that
the
you're
craft.
doing.
Exactly. And I feel like I love what he stood for, because like he didn't only affect people in basketball, he affected the whole world. Everyone that had a craft that they loved, right?
Kobe.
Damn. Right? It's iconic.
Crazy.
But that's funny, because like I got about like 20 different text messages, maybe about 15 missed calls. And like, it was funny, I brought up to my homie Aaron in San Francisco. I told him about this, and he said, dude, people were calling you like your family member
I was
died.
about to say, like, they know June is gonna be the most affected by this.
So like, it felt like they're saying, yo, people are reaching out to you saying like, sorry, like I had a family member die. And I was like, dude, that's so true.
Did it feel like that though?
It did. It really did. And like,
it did. It seriously did.
And what really blows my
I honestly
mind,
thought I was gonna die before Kobe died.
Why? Like, I want to see Kobe grow old, and it's like it blew my mind, where it's like, I can't believe this happened. And like, the fact that he was just getting into the second groove, right?
He's getting into he's now
He just won an
retired.
Oscar. Like he was getting into the second groove, the second act of his life, where he dedicated the first 30 years of his life to just basketball. He dedicated, and now that he has some time to chill.
Like, dedicated is almost an understatement.
It's an understatement. It is an understatement.
I don't even know what the right word is. Like, he was basketball.
He was basketball. He embodied
the
spirit of basketball. And that, like, it broke me. Like, literally, when I heard that, like, someone you thought was invincible, that was like larger than life,
a superhero. He was a fucking superhero.
And just gone like that. Like, that's what really blew my mind, and it really did motivate me to kind of like do more with my own life. But at the same time, like, life is fleeting, right? Like,
fleeting.
Like it's so
life
crazy.
is short and the world is wide.
I love that.
It's from Anne with an E on Netflix. Check it out.
But yeah, it was a crazy couple weeks. And then going back to work at Facebook. So at Facebook, we have these huge walls, and then it says what's on your mind. And under the wall, you can just write like in marker about whatever's on your mind. And that week following Kobe's death, it was just R.I.P. Kobe. Like, people made murals.
It's crazy.
Of Marcus and Kobe, and it just showed
honestly,
the impact.
It's the same as if Michael Jordan died right after he retired.
Yep.
Which
exactly.
is too crazy. It's like, what the fuck?
Would you say this
makes sense?
Yeah. Would you say this is the biggest celebrity death of all time, or just biggest death of all time?
In my lifetime?
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jackson died in my lifetime.
This is bigger than that, I think.
No, it's fucking not.
No, the fact of how catastrophic it was.
The fact that you just said that means you don't know who Michael Jackson is.
No. Okay, all right.
Not fully.
No, I do. Hear me out, though. Hear me out. Okay, hear me out. Michael Jackson didn't die in a fucking like crazy helicopter crash, right? He died like he was kind of old. Like, he was kind of like past his prime, right? Like, because the thing is, Kobe was in his prime and he died catastrophically. Like, that has to be he
was snatched from
life.
The world.
Like, if Kobe was on his deathbed and it's been like 80 years, okay, like, I get it. But it's like the fact that he was snatched from the world. Michael Jackson was kind of like past his prime. Like, his time was over. Yes, he was still a big name. Yes, he's the biggest, pop star. But he wasn't just snatched from this life. Like, it was kind of coming. Like, he was like, kind of, he was sick. He was kind of doing drugs, but
kind of doing drugs.
But the fact that Kobe was, he was writing books. I read his last book, Legacy and the Queen. Awesome book. Like, he was literally just getting into the groove of his second act of his life, and boom, helicopter crash. Like, what? Like a helicopter.
Helicopters fucking steal a lot of fucking celebrities. One of my fucking favorite guitarists that like really motivated me to play. I've been listening to him since I was in like 7th grade. Stevie Ray Vaughan died in a helicopter crash. Eric Clapton was supposed to be in his seat, but he had to take a phone call, and yeah.
Wait, like what happened with the helicopter then? Like, was it like the same like malfunction?
It was they drove into they're going over a mountain and there was fog and they didn't see the fucking.
That's right. And how long ago was that?
This is 1990, I think.
And Kobe died the same way. Like, how did they not fucking fix that? Literally, it was the fog. And I get it. Like, I don't blame the pilot, because like if you have a client like Kobe and he says, "Yo, I got my daughter's game and we gotta be there," as a pilot, you really can't say no to Kobe. But at the same time, he should have because like he knew the conditions weren't right. And like I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've like of course like I'm a huge Kobe fan. I've researched like the helicopters and like the pilot and the conditions and like he should not have been flying in those conditions. But at the same
Helicopters
time,
are very fucking volatile
very volatile.
things, man.
So many variables going on.
Exactly.
And
I'll never go in a helicopter. Even before that, I was like,
You
what? I
wouldn't?
would never. Unless I'm unconscious and like dying.
and they need to airlift you
And
somewhere.
yeah, to the hospital. That's the only way because I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
If I'm unconscious, I'm not going in the fucking hell. I don't even like going in airplanes. So I have to go in one on Wednesday. Fuck.
Do you? Where are you going?
I'm going to Vegas
Oh, what?
to visit my grandpa.
He lives in Vegas?
Yeah.
Nice. Like not on the strip, of
No,
course.
no, a little more east.
Okay. Or just like for like family birthday or something?
So his brother Marvin, he's just been cooped up in the house with the quarantine. He got a new motorcycle. He just wants to go and ride.
Nice.
He's that kind of. He's a wandering kind of.
I love
So we
that.
have to get into that. in
I
a
mean,
little bit.
I feel like once you're old, like that's all you want to do.
And then, but my grandpa is more like me, and he just likes to chill at the house. He's older. He's got knee problems and stuff
Okay.
too.
You smoke
And
weed?
so, I don't know.
Maybe.
I'll find out. But and so Marvin wants to go, and he was like, I've only met my grandpa 2 times in my life.
Shut up.
Yeah.
This is your mom or dad's side?
Mom's side.
Nice.
First time was when I was like 5 or 6, so I barely even remember
Mhm.
it. And that was in Seattle, and I got to go on the Space Needle and everything. But
Nice.
second time was 2 years ago, and we went out to Vegas. But I had to work, so I could only stay there for 1 day, and I had to fly back to go to work because they wouldn't give me the fucking time off. And he was kind of bummed that I couldn't
Yeah.
stay because he's never fucking seen me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. Did you fucking turn up though that one day? You were there?
Not too much.
Cause you were
It
there.
wasn't 1 day. It was it 2 days? It was one.
I think it might have been. Cause I think I saw your story when you went. You were the Ruby.
I did
all your
get
cousins.
fucked up though. I definitely
Matthew?
got fucked up one day, but that wasn't
Yeah.
the day we hung out with them. I don't think. I got so fucking fucked up. I tried. On the strip they have those escalators that go up.
Yeah. Just outside.
Over.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, that was with our trip. Never mind.
Yeah, we went to
Never
Vegas for
mind.
Kingdom Hearts, by the way.
It's on there.
Shout out to all my Kingdom Hearts
It's
fans.
on there. We're gonna talk about
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
But yeah, I'm gonna go out there. We got sidetracked and I forgot what we were talking about.
Talking about Kobe, yeah. R.I.P. Man, like my
RIP.
greatest inspiration. Like I will. The thing is, he did leave a legacy, which is like what I'm glad about. Like he did leave a legacy, and we're all gonna,
Fuck LeBron. Kobe's better.
The thing is, I wouldn't say fuck LeBron because I respect LeBron.
I respect him as a person, not as a player. He's a fucking pussy. Stop trying to get fucking fouls all the time, you little bitch. All right. You're 6'8", 240 pounds. Elbow someone in their fucking grill. Man, if I was that big, motherfuckers would
Easy.
get out of the way
Get the
because
fuck out of the
I'm
way.
gonna lower my shoulder and go into
Go in.
you, bitch. I'm not gonna go. Ah! I'm coming in like, bitch, move. Oh, bam. You know what I
No
mean?
facts, no
Shit.
facts. I
What the
agree
fuck?
100% with you, but I wouldn't really say the same because he's on the Lakers now, and it's different. It's different, Like when he's on your team, like yeah, like I used to think that of him when he's in Cleveland, but dude, like he's been good, man, and
No,
they
like him,
fucking
even if he was on our team.
they're gonna mark my words, they're gonna sweep Denver or
You see
4-1.
those fucking calls they were getting
Yesterday?
against them. The
Nuggets, yeah.
Did you see that fucking play? I don't know any of the players
Yeah.
anymore.
Which one? Which one?
But motherfucker drives into the fucking paint.
Uh-huh.
3 motherfuckers
Swat
swatting
it.
on him. Doesn't get the fucking call and says, "Hey, dude, they're battering me." Gets a technical. Like what the fuck? How is that? Something's going on,
Something is.
NBA. Something's going on. The Lakers don't have to win just because Kobe died. All right.
Bro, there was this crazy stat about
Fucking
Kobe
hate
and
that
LeBron.
shit.
It was something like Kobe won his championship in Orlando.
Oh, I
LeBron's-
saw that.
LeBron's gonna win in Orlando.
And it's like Kobe's still alive. He's just going through. He's
He's just going to. I mean, I think Kobe's with us. Like he was too much of a spirit, and the saddest thing about the Kobe death wasn't really about Kobe. It was about Gigi.
I know that's.
I
At
really
least she got to die with
with
her
him.
dad.
Yeah, but I was a
Oh, that'd be
huge
fucked
believer.
up.
Gigi was gonna revolutionize the WNBA. having a household name like Kobe, having the last name Bryant, having like having that in the WNBA, she would have revolutionized the whole fucking industry.
And she was already becoming
Doing it.
obsessed,
Dude,
like he was.
She had
was
the
him
same mama
as
mentality.
a girl. It was him as a little girl.
Like, literally just reincarnated. Like literally, there was this fucking story I saw where Gigi had a fucking photo of her like biting the jersey, and Kobe saw that photo and said, "I've never told her to do that. She just did it.
She watches him.
She watches him and she just
loves
did it.
him, and so
she loves it,
oh,
and it's like
that's who I learned
none
from
of his
him.
other kids did that. Like Natalia, she is his first kid. She's all in volleyball. Gigi was all basketball, mamacita mentality. Like she did the jersey biting thing without Kobe telling her to do that. Like she was just part of. She was just like she would have changed the game for women's basketball. And I'm sure like stuff is gonna change for WNBA, but she would have propelled that progress. And like because she's gone, like that's a huge setback for the WNBA and like women's rights in basketball because I don't feel like they get paid the right amount. And of course I get like the revenue coming in isn't the same, but like Gigi would have
like
changed
Bill
all that.
Burr said though.
Yeah.
How like women are arguing about getting refs, like women refs
Okay. Really?
in the NBA. It's like you want the equality. Why aren't women packing the WNBA games out?
What do you mean packing it out? Like
why are
fans?
no women going to it? They want the equality in the sport.
Oh, but
why
no
don't
girls
they go
are
to the
supporting
game?
it. Oh,
What?
like
It
like
doesn't
the
make
girls,
sense.
you mean?
Yeah. Like
Oh, you're right.
The girls, they want the women refs in the NBA.
Yeah.
But they don't go to the WNBA
Games to support
It doesn't
them.
make sense. I love you, ladies, but
That is a weird
it's a
dynamic.
little
I never
strange.
thought about that. You're right. Like you're right. Like it should be packed.
it should be like Beyonce, Rihanna, all these motherfuckers should
It's
be
packed.
in there.
Yeah.
And they're not.
They don't. You're right. Like they're only on like courtside Lakers seats to watch LeBron. But for
I
the
would
girls,
go to WNBA games.
dude, I would. And you know what the thing is? Kobe went to those games.
Yeah.
Kobe was
He loved
sidelined.
the
He
fucking
loved
game.
it. He
He just
loved the game.
game.
Like if they didn't die, dude, like the progress for women's equality and rights, not just in basketball, but for in life. Like sometimes I wonder, like sometimes like in quarantine you have a lot of time to think, and like
I'm gonna get to that.
I do think about like what Kobe would have said to like the world if like shit was happening right now about the fires, about Trump, about quarantine. Like what? Because you know how Kobe is very eloquent and he's very motivating when he speaks. Like he's very
But I don't know
intricate.
if he would say anything
I feel like
because he was kind of one to stay in his lane and focus
he was in
on
his
what
lane,
he
but
was doing.
but he would have like said like something. You know what I mean? Like you mean like
Get your head out your ass.
yeah, exactly.
Put the fucking mask on.
Exactly. Like something like that. Like he would have said something, but like I wonder what he would have said and how he would have affected the world. And then that's something we will never know. Like the thing that sucks about Kobe dying is not like the fact that he actually died, but everything that he could have brought to the table in the future.
All right.
That's the saddest part.
It's very sad.
That is the
Rest in
saddest
peace,
part.
Kobe.
R.I.P. My hero.
We're gonna have a commercial break right now.
Studying abroad in Japan was one of the best experiences of my life. On the way to the Tokyo Giants game, my boys, they...
Did you get that on film?
6 months in Japan flew by so quickly. One of the most important things I learned was to cherish the little things. Yes, the big moments will be extraordinary, but things we often overlook and take for granted are the things we tend to miss the most at the end. The early morning walks to school, dinners with friends, or even just hanging out in my dorm room. Those are the memories I truly miss the most.
And we are back.
Yes, we are.
I'm glad to have you with us, June.
Glad to be here.
So we're gonna move on. Well, actually, we're not gonna move on to the next segment. Actually, June here has become kind of a bit of a vagabond, a wandering, traveling heart. I don't use the G word anymore because it's offensive to Romanian people.
What's the G
But
word? Oh, gypsy.
yeah,
Oh,
thanks.
it is a best. I read something about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
and
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's gypsy. It is. Like it's a certain type of like wanderlust type of people. It's forced. It's
out of their fucking land.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
And so it's like that's why they don't like the term because it's not like we chose to. They took our
They
land
had
and
to.
now we have nowhere to fucking go. That happened to a lot of people, like the Hmong
Everyone.
Hmong people
Hmong.
in China. Basically all of the Native Americans
Damn.
throughout the yeah.
Everyone, yeah. The white people, man.
Thanks, white people. You did good service to it. Oh, shit. All right. So yeah, June is a bit of a traveling man. And why don't you tell us how you started getting into that?
Get into traveling.
What made you want to travel so much?
I think it stems from just wanting to learn different ways of life. You know, like I've always been curious. Like I've always been fascinated with how different everyone lived. Right? Like just seeing how I grew up, just knowing like this one way of my family doing things, and then going to my friend's house, like you, David, Ryan, just seeing how their parents did it, how their parents lived their life, what they ate, like how my friends interacted with their parents, how nice they are, how rude they are, because we're all rude to our own parents sometimes, like growing up, you know how it is, but just seeing that dynamic always just fascinated me, and the only way to learn more about that is just to travel, right? And just being able to travel to Malaysia, where I was born actually, because I didn't really travel there, but I have traveled back. Malaysia, Thailand, China, like all these different places, and Japan, where I lived for 6 months. Like that dynamic of how different their life is, but still also very similar, right? Like us humans, we're all so much alike. We're all so much more alike than we are different, and that's what always
That's the fucking
fascinates
problem.
me. Yeah,
It's the problem with
that's
society.
the problem as well.
Is that we think we're more different than we are alike.
Exactly,
It's all
but
the
it's
same
really
shit.
the opposite. Like in Japan, when I lived in Japan, like I met so many people that grew up the same way I did, but just in different ways. But we learned the same values, the same morals,
Exactly.
but in different stories, in different ways, and like that's what fascinates me. So that's why I always make it a point to travel, to just kind of learn about different ways of life and how different everyone lives, and that just kind of opens up your mind and just builds more like empathy and just builds more like perspective and understanding of just different ways of life.
The destination is the same, but the journey might be a little bit different.
Facts.
Facts. And I just made that up because I'm a
Quote
fucking
that.
boss.
Quote that. Put it down in the comments.
So how was Japan? How was that? How much Japanese did you learn?
I learned a lot. I learned a lot of Japanese. I'm telling you right now, Daniel, it was one of the best experiences of my life. And I know a lot of people come back from studying abroad. All those white girls.
The best
Oh my God, that changed my life. Like, no.
They were just
Japan,
cheating on their boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah. They were just fucking going to clubs, getting fucked up. No, but Japan.
Just kidding.
Yeah, Japan.
All right,
Japan was straight up the greatest experience of my life so far, right? I don't know what's to come, but yeah, it's like it was just like because like for me, it's like I dived into the culture. I didn't just go to Japan to like eat the food or to like get fucked up. No, like I took a Japanese class.
Feel the Japanese way.
The way, like I was like in their culture. I took it.
Though.
No, yeah, I took their classes. Like I learned the language. I was honestly at my peak. I was conversational.
Yeah?
Like I could speak to people. I could get around directions. I could order. Like at my peak, you ask my homies that came to visit me: Trent, Aaron, Marco, Justin. I was ordering for us. Put it right here. I was ordering food for us everywhere we went. Like at my peak, I was conversational. I could talk about my major, like where I went to school, why I came to America. But of course, when you move back, like eventually you just start
when you
losing.
don't have someone to talk with, when you don't
Facts.
use it, you lose it.
If you don't use it, you lose it, and that is facts. Because I almost forgot everything I learned in Japanese in like 2 months. Like I almost forgot everything, dude. Like straight up. Like I only remember like the phrases I used a lot, like sashiburi or like like konnichiwa, konbanwa, like all these stuffs. Like I use every day. I remember those, but like the intricate stuff, I actually forgot. But like, I might peek in Japan.
You can get it back though. I bet you watch
could
some
easily.
like Japanese dramas and you're gonna hear it's like, oh shit, okay, I remember now.
Facts, and that has happened to me where I've watched something like,
Like
an anime,
anime?
and
Yeah,
I,
it's like, oh,
I
yeah.
understand a lot of what they're saying. I just forgot how to say it, right?
Yeah, that's what my problem is. I can't.
Because you have no
I'm
practice
good with
yeah.
input. I can read and hear it well.
Hear it, you can understand
I
it.
can't write it. I can't write it at all. And I can't really. I can kind of type it. I can't say it at all. It doesn't
crazy.
go like my brain wasn't taught how to put it into my mouth.
Words. Yep.
Like you have to practice that, or the brain doesn't know how to do it. So I don't know how to really speak it very quick. I can't speak it quickly.
But no, to my point earlier about Daniel getting obsessed with things, Japanese was another thing. Dude, this fool's Japanese is still better than mine. And he didn't even go to Japan. This guy's Japanese is insane. Like when I was in Japan, I was having full conversations with him in Japanese, and this fool wasn't even living in Japan. Didn't even take any Japanese classes. He just watched anime and just self-learned. And that's another thing about Daniel. When he gets into something, he learns it. And it's like we were having full conversation in Japanese, but I lived in Japan and I studied Japanese. When he just did it for a hobby, you know, like I love that. Like you really get good at it, and your Japanese, honestly, to this day, is better than mine, 100%.
Thank you. Well, I don't know. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really good. But yeah,
taking compliments.
Yeah, you have to thank you. I think the best way is it to say thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Daijoubu. That was our favorite word. So our international crew, our squad name was Daijoubu crew. Cause it's all good. It's like when granted, I just said earlier that I didn't go to Japan to get fucked up. I didn't, but I did get fucked up. Japan's drinking culture, guys, is insane. They drink a lot. Like it's part of their culture.
And is it better than American? Like less fights and stuff? Like it feels
100%.
like at least from what I've seen from like TV
I mean,
and stuff, that it's more of a like people know how to drink. You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah, it's
they don't
it's so accepted.
Diving into fucking. They don't really drink liquor that much there, do they?
It's a lot of sake. I mean, there is
liquor, but it's not like here. Like people are like
just like shots. Yeah.
Literally chugging out.
Yeah.
SF parties. What was it? A waterfall where they would just pour liquor into our mouth without the little thing, and expect me to do it for 5 seconds.
No.
And I was like, I did it once. And I immediately threw up.
The culture in Japan is completely different. Yeah, they don't like take shots. Like they sip, but they get drunk. Like and like the happy hours there were crazy. There was I think one spot we always went to near our dorm, $15 all you can eat, all you can drink. Imagine that, Daniel.
Dude, people would die in America.
No,
I'm serious.
We talked about it because I was there with like international students. We were like in America,
$15.
People would die, and that
drink.
restaurant would get fucked up.
Imagine
it would get
a
trashed.
San Jose frat that found this place, dude. That place would get burned to the fucking ground.
Dude.
Holy shit.
Yes, we did that.
See, and that shows they know how to fucking handle their liquor.
Dude, guys, we did that
That's
3
why
times a week.
Hates fucking America. Though I have heard from, I don't know where I read this. From these, it was like about UK people. Mm-hmm. They say Americans are very loud. Mm-hmm. Yep. But we're also one of the nicest and most generous people that they know. Like Americans come to a UK bar, and it's like you just met like 7 guys, and you're buying shots for all of them and making friends and shit like that. You know what I mean? Other cultures that kind of stay to their fucking.
It's kind of like you stay to yourself.
But America's it's the land of the free and home of the Brit.
Yeah.
And but there's just so many cultures here, so we're used to.
It's being open.
At least some racism. Right?
That's not good. But
yeah, most people in America, they know how to. Okay, yeah.
They know how to
assimilate or try to assimilate and try to understand other cultures. Like if you're from New York, it's easy. There's so many people. You're from the Bay. It's always funny to me, like.
It's always the coast.
Like when I hear like people that can't understand like Vietnamese accents or like Filipino accents,
or Japanese
and
accents.
I'm like, dude, I know exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
even stutter for a moment about what he
You know
said.
exactly
I know
what language
exactly
he's
what he
speaking.
said.
But you have to understand that people haven't grown
Like,
up
yeah,
like us. Yeah,
exactly.
like we're in the Bay Area. Like we've heard all these languages.
Exactly.
For like the people in the Midwest, like it's all Asian to them.
It's all Greek to me.
And it's kind of fucked up. And like the fact that they like go off that, like, oh, you're like different, you're Asian, you're like black, you know, like that's like I feel like it takes a certain type of upbringing and mentality to like be
I have a
racist.
theory.
What's your theory?
I have
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear the theory.
So, alright, I was very fucking stoned and on mushrooms when I thought of this.
I love it. Let's hear it.
So just to preface that, but I was like, so Homo sapiens came out of East Africa,
Yep.
right? That's the modern man. And at the same time as them was Homo neanderthalensis, the Neanderthals who existed in Europe. So we have two different subspecies of the same thing
Okay.
that eventually met and had a big problem with each other.
What were the main differences between those two?
Black,
And white?
white.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Europe, East Africa.
that. Oh, but that's all due to just melatonin, right?
Just where they lived.
Yeah.
But also two different,
Geographical.
but it's two different subspecies.
Cultures.
though.
Okay.
It's like
Different species.
it's like tiger and lion.
Gotcha.
They can mate,
Gotcha.
but they don't like each other.
Gotcha. Okay. What
And
happened?
so eventually, Homo sapiens was smarter.
They won.
They took
Killed them
over,
off.
killed them off, did the sex with
And
them.
that's what we are, Homo sapiens.
We are Homo sapiens. So all the brown people, Homo sapiens went all the way through Asia, all the way across the Bering Strait to America, and also to Australia. They rode there, and to the islands, to Japan, to all the Polynesian islands. They fucking rode over there. Brown people. That's why it's all brown people over there. But Homo neanderthalensis, where they mixed, it was a little different. And it's my theory was that inside their head, there's a disdain for the Homo sapiens, for the brown people.
So you're saying racism is a fucking genetic thing. It's not even.
I'm not
learned.
saying that. I was on mushrooms when I thought that, okay?
Yo,
But
that
it was a crazy ass thought, and it made me feel very strange about white people. And
it's just like embedded in them. It's
embedded.
not even.
Because if you've looked throughout history,
It's always been like
there
that.
has always been a problem between Europe and everyone else. Literally,
'cause they're different
Europe went to and just conquered all the brown people.
You know what? I've never thought about that. That's crazy. Like there are different species.
There's been so many wars between the Crusades, between the
That's
white
so
Europeans
true. And everyone else.
and the Muslims, and just a little bit south.
You might be
past
onto
the
something.
mountains.
You might be onto something.
The fucking Mongolians and the Chinese empires had a lot of problems with the Europeans because they just thought.
It's just embedded.
And then you have the Russians who are like goddamn writing has taught me all
That
this
is
shit.
a crazy theory.
And Russians, if you look at them, especially like Russian Siberians and like
Yeah.
the really deep Russians, they have a lot of Mongolian traits because, the Mongols were very strong, and they took over almost all of Asia and into Europe.
Was that when
And so,
Genghis Khan was part of it? Yeah.
And so you see that a lot of in like Tuvan, Mongolia, and then Siberia, they have very Asian features from living, and the Asian features just come from living on the steppe where there's a lot of wind, and so shit can blow into your eye, and so you need that monolid to protect your eye from shit getting caught on your eyelid. Because it's
Is
the
that what it's
Khoisan, in Africa.
Yeah.
They live in a very windy place, and they have they have those exact eyes.
What is it?
Boom.
Yeah, pull it up.
Computer.
Yeah, I feel like you know how Joe Rogan has like Jamie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just have someone just here, just push it up.
Exactly. Hey, pull it up.
Hey, Jamie, pull it up. Oh, we're
Yep.
just on YouTube?
KHOI SAN.
One word?
Nope.
Santai?
Khoisan right there. These African people, but in the images. See? They live in a windy place and they look Asian, but it's just because of the wind in their eyes.
Oh, like is that why they're?
That's why they have the monolid eyes and the very thin eyes, like the Mongoloid people.
Oh, like,
not in an offensive way.
yeah,
Okay.
I love that. You said all that and not in a non-offensive way. I like that.
Because there's 3 sub-races. There's Caucasoid, Negroid, Mongoloid of humans.
Interesting. They're beautiful, man.
Yeah. But yeah, see, they've got
They look kind of
Asian
Asian.
eyes. No, that's what I'm saying. Have you been listening to me this whole time?
No. I have.
Well, yeah, it's because
cheeky eyes.
and
You
I
don't
didn't
say-
want
you
to
don't
say
say
that.
that. Yeah, yeah.
That's why. I wanted to say it, but I didn't say
The
it.
whole time I was like waiting for to hear that, but I was like, oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, you can say it. It's fine. But well, can't you? Yeah, you can.
See, I respect that. I respect you like noticing that.
Right. Almost done.
Interesting. Yeah, they do look part Asian.
But they're not. It's like deep Africa.
It's just because of the wind. So
The
it's literally.
In Asia, most of Asia is flat desert.
So that's why.
And like people think Asia is just China, but Asia is also like Kazakhstan,
Desert,
Afghanistan, India, all those,
Everything,
and it's
dude.
just flat.
Just
And the
sand.
wind, the steppes, like the Mongolian steppes, you know what I mean? It's just flat, and there's wind blowing, and it's
I
blowing dust.
Literally
And so you
never
have to,
thought about that.
And what would you do if you you would do like this? You would go like this, and the
genetics-
persons
oh my-
and the people's eyes that are smaller in this,
They
they
live
live
there.
longer. They
It's
live longer, and they can
geographical.
see better. So they fucking natural selection carries on this
I've never
fucking trait.
thought about that.
Yeah,
I've literally never even considered
That's
the
why.
geographical influences of how our
look
genetics
at
are.
and then now that you've
What?
learned this, look at everyone. And look at where they've come from, and you can see why they are the way they are. Obviously, black people,
Wow.
dark, because the sun is shining on them all the fucking time.
'Cause there's
Most of
space.
it is in the... What?
No,
Now, you heard it here first. Black people are all dark because they're slaves.
no. I didn't mean that.
No, it's because they grew up close to the
Equator.
the equator,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's a lot of sunlight all
I get
the
that.
time.
I get that. I get that. But I'm saying the last few generations. All right, no.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
drop
backtrack. He takes it all back.
You know,
He's drunk.
not because of that. No.
Okay.
No, but I get it. I never thought. No, honestly, I've known that geographical influences does affect like the way we live, but I never thought about like how we are as a people, right? Like, I didn't think about how geographical influences affected us to how we look nowadays.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? The
And it
wind,
shows that we're
our
not.
eyes. You know what I mean? Like
It shows
like
that we're
being
still
near close to
those
the equator.
fucking. We're still those fucking primordial people, those fucking cavemen
We are.
with fancy toys.
And people that were like less dark,
And
they were
that's
just further
why
away, right?
there's so much mental illness now, is because we're doing things that we're not
No.
genetically made to be doing. We should not be like using electronics and stuff because we still want to run around in the woods and fucking
Do that.
fight bears and
L-
make tents. That's why
l-
people are fucking camping so much, dude.
Facts.
Like, what the
Let me
fuck
ask you this: what is your scariest? What is your most feared mental illness?
My most feared, like if I would have it or if someone else has it.
Either one. Like what, if you would have it, like what is something you don't want to have, like a mental illness? Like what is your most feared? I can go first if you're thinking
Yeah,
about
go.
it. I have 30 seconds. My
No,
most
it's
feared.
Just, it's just to make sure.
All
I
right,
check.
my most feared is Alzheimer's, losing your memories.
Yeah, dude.
I'm fucking terrified of that. Cause Daniel, you know why?
at the
Memories make
same
us who we
time,
are.
You wouldn't be terrified when it's happening because you wouldn't know it's happening.
You wouldn't know. But I'm terrified of that happening though. Not at the time of it's happening, but like I'm terrified
Yeah,
of that.
the prospect of it
Think
happening.
about your loved
That's why I
ones.
don't want to get fucking. Like I always tell people, I don't know how people live to 90, dude. Like and just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Everyone
like
else
you're
is
like
dead.
shitting your pants. My back
Yeah.
now hurts just forever.
All the time.
Just forever.
You
It
wake
doesn't-
up and it hurts.
It just never doesn't hurt. Oh my god, my knees, my ankle,
You're just
dude.
in pain. You can't wipe your ass.
Nazi dread like Bob, so rock steady. But no spaghetti with meat sauce, maybe salads with one toss. No bread of sorrow, cause I pray to see tomorrow. It's religion, never suspicious, too delicious for the tongue. See the lungs breathe the natural high.
Back, I don't know how long it fucking cut out for. We were getting into the
Yeah,
conversation.
we were talking for a while,
about our
and
parents.
we noticed that like the camera was off.
Yeah, but yeah, my parents met in the San Jose theater acting. They were in like
Really?
I think like a troupe or something. I don't know.
Damn, so they were creative. I like that. I love creatives.
Yeah, very. They wanted to
D-
move to Hollywood eventually. You know what I mean? But
What do they do
then
now?
along
If you
came
don't mind me
Daniel
asking.
King. That was an accident.
You're an accident.
Yeah.
They probably just had too much fun, and they're like, and you
Having
came
a good
out just too
time,
much
man.
fun too. Yeah.
That's it, exactly. What are they doing now? My dad is a.
Tell me there's something creative at least. They gave up.
Oh,
those
and
dreams?
my dad's side time, he's doing like videos and stuff.
Oh,
Or
okay.
he at least wants to. He's planning it with somebody.
Okay.
And he's always asking me about like writing it and
What's the most
being-
creative thing you've seen your parents do? And like anything
creative.
creative, like in terms of like, oh shit, like.
When I was growing up, I
Mhm.
was going to this Baptist church, and so whenever Black History Month came around,
Nice, nice.
my dad, his last name is King, he would recite the "I Have a Dream"
I'm
speech
okay. Yep.
every time, every year. Yeah, very good. And he's a theater actor, so he does it very good.
Like
He does it very good.
the tone, the pitch.
Exactly, yeah.
I love that.
Yelling, "I have a dream!" And everyone in the church like, "Yeah!" And it's fucking, yeah.
I
going
love
crazy.
that.
Yeah, he's very good.
That's fucking I love that shit.
Yeah, I want to write some like short films so that they can be in it. Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they're like almost waiting for like this like moment for
No,
like.
my dad keeps asking me.
Dude, you should do it. You should honestly do it.
No, I'm
I feel
going
like they
to.
would be so happy to do it.
I just got to get a little more money. I need some more cameras and
Like
stuff.
they were basically actors and actresses.
That's how they met, and that's who they still are. My mom
Like-
is into film so much.
like-
Both of them are into
and the thing is-
film so much.
Yeah, like they were into that when they were like young, so like that's probably their passion.
It is. No, it is.
Dude,
Film
so
and
they
acting
they
is their
probably
passion.
miss that so much.
They do.
Daniel, you need to
They do.
you need to fucking get them into
I know
something.
they do. I know.
Like like YouTube nowadays is so wide open. You could do
I
some
know.
shit.
I'm
Just
gonna
start
get them on
posting
this
shit.
podcast. You know, and I'm gonna fly them. Oh, I'll go out there.
You just gotta
That's what I'll do. I'm gonna fly out and visit them. I'm gonna take my shit.
Maryland, right?
And yeah, I'm gonna fucking do the podcast out there with both of them. And they're all
Dude,
the
that would be
funniest.
sick.
My
Learning mo-
family is.
I've never. I
the
met your
reason-
mom. I think.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
I've met. I don't think I've met.
Not
her,
from
anyone
too
else.
long though, but
Not,
she,
not
yeah.
for too long.
My dad, I haven't seen my dad in 9 years.
Damn.
Yeah, because airplanes give me the willies.
Yeah.
And I can do
9
like a
years,
Vegas
though?
flight. I can do a Vegas flight. When it gets longer than that, it's fucking.
Is it because you're tall? Like, is your legs
No,
hurt?
I just don't like fucking.
Oh, you
we're
get
sitting,
anxiety.
We're strapped to a fucking bomb that we can't get out of, and that's what fucking fucks me up.
But like you.
It wouldn't be so bad, I swear to God, if they had parachutes for everyone. I swear to
Under
fucking
the
God.
seats, under the seats.
It's just that there's no fucking way out if anything happens. If they had parachutes, I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking blast that door open and get sucked the fuck out. You know what I mean?
But you do know there's
Even if I'm gonna die that way, I just want to die trying to
Trying
live.
to
You
live.
can't try. You're just like, ah, or just like trying to just fucking. I'd probably just honestly be like, oh fuck.
But you know, there's more deaths in cars than there
That's why I
are
don't like- I
in
don't like
airplanes.
fucking long distance. That's why you don't see me drive to LA a lot.
But
I don't like
airplanes are safer than cars.
Yeah, and that's why I just said you don't see me drive to LA.
You don't do either one.
Because I don't like to be in the car either. I can't sleep when I'm in the car.
What?
I have to be awake so I can be like, hey, you're driving into the wrong way. You know what I mean? Because shit.
That anxiety just keeps
It
you up.
keeps me
All right,
up.
let me ask you this: do you get anxiety anywhere else in your life?
Of course, I get anxiety before interviews.
Yeah,
I
of
get
course, of course.
anxiety when, with girls and stuff.
Speaking of girls,
That's about it.
how's
Nope.
that going? How's that going?
It is going terribly. On to the next subject.
I see all your tweets where you're like, bunch of stuff.
I am not very good with girls.
Pull up the tweets right now.
I've learned that I'm good at. I can attract them. And
You're good at pulling
get
them
to
in, but you
like
can't
me.
close.
I cannot keep them. I can close. I cannot maintain the relationship.
And why is that? You ever thought about that? Like, is that you? A you type of thing?
I'm glad you asked.
Actually,
Nah, I'm just fucking. I got trust issues. I'm a fucking worrywart.
But the thing is,
And,
no girl has ever given you a reason to like completely trust her. That's why you have trust issues, right? Because with Mariah, it's like I trust her completely, 100%.
Because she gives you a reason to.
Gives me a reason to, and it's like I don't have to worry about anything.
I've been with a lot of
They've given you a
emotionally
reason.
unavailable girls, and that is very stressful for me, who likes attention and who likes to have emotions on the table. Because otherwise, if you don't tell me what's going on, I can't. The hints, any kind of hint, I can't fucking do it. I can't see it. If you're hinting at anything, I'm not gonna see it. You have to tell me, or I don't know what's going on. It says right there. If you don't show it, they don't know it. By Bobby Lee.
Communication.
But yeah, communication is key, and I've gone out with a lot of people that do not communicate well.
You know what literally.
And I also over communicate to
too much sometimes.
Create a little space between. It's just a fucking recipe for disaster every fucking time.
Daniel. Do you know
and there's a quote: "You only attract people as healthy as you are."
I like that. That's
why
facts.
you got a good girl.
That's
you're
facts.
very healthy, and I'm not
very
emotionally healthy.
It starts with you. It starts with
you. Yeah.
And that's facts. That's facts. I mean, the key to a long relationship is communication. Literally, like to even any relationship, it's just talking about it.
Communication.
Just talk about how you feel.
That's what I fucking believe. That's what I do all the time. That's how everyone.
And
a lot of times the girls don't.
They don't reciprocate that because they haven't learned.
And my love language is.
Yeah, what is your love language? Do you believe in that stuff?
Yeah.
I do.
What's yours?
So mine is physical and like touch. Like I need to be.
This fucking horn dog. Right here.
I know. If you guys know about the actual love languages, it's not about being horny. There's different ones.
I'm just kidding.
There's different ones. Like for me, it's
like
like
the cuddling and like rest your foot on them. Like
no, just like exactly,
like
just
that,
like quality time. Like for me, it's not so much about gifts. Like
mine is quality time. I don't like to get gifts.
I don't like to get gifts either.
I don't really like to give gifts.
Yeah, me neither.
But
I
I do it because I go out with emotionally unavailable girls, and so I don't know what to do. And so maybe this will work. And some of them don't like it. But mine is. I need words of affirmation.
Facts.
I need to
Mariah's
know.
Is
you
that
need to tell me that you have feelings for me.
Yep.
It's so fucking annoying.
Exactly.
I hate that I'm like that, but it's what I need.
It's what it is. And the thing is, couples
and quality time. And like I just like to
words of affirmation and quality time. I love that.
We don't have to talk, but like just having you in the same room.
Yeah. Doing nothing with you is something.
Yeah.
Something like that. But let me tell you, couples that are watching this, find out your partner's love language and capitalize on that, because everyone loves something different, right? So if you're giving someone gifts when they want quality time, it doesn't work out.
It's not what they want.
It's not what they want. Like, you have to find out your love language.
And the fucking name of the game is resentment breeding. When you do things like a lot of things that happen, and that's why relationships go awry, because you're not doing the right things.
Yep,
or you're doing the wrong things, and resentment. They will still want to be with you, but resentment is there. You know what I mean? That's where arguments come from. And if you communicate, the argument can squash the resentment. You know what I mean? But if you don't, resentment builds, and then it reaches the breaking point.
It is. Then Daniel, I gotta say, you're pretty wise for someone that's been single.
I've been always single.
But you've been single for a while, but I like that.
Jesus
what you're saying is
wise. That fucking long. Only fucking 26. What am I supposed to be fucking in a relationship since I'm 15?
No. But I mean, like what was your last girlfriend? It's been a while. That's all I'm saying. I'm like.
Also, I'm an asshole. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you're really wise because everything you're saying, like, it's true. Like,
coaches fucking sit on the sideline, bitch. Woo!
There you have it. There you have it.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. You can be wise as you want, but it doesn't mean you're gonna win, right?
I got a question for you. Do any fucking?
What?
Do you fuck?
What do you mean? Of course. What do you mean? What do you mean, dude? What do you mean? Like what? Like, do I not?
Mariah, I'm trying to get him in trouble right now. Hear him. Listen. You hear him?
Mariah did say, you know, it's funny. Hopefully she doesn't get mad, but she was like,
She's going to.
I was buying her laptop. She's like, make sure just like when you open the browser, don't press P.
Did you hear that?
And then the thing is like she said that as like a guy joke. And you know how like guys like don't press P.
But girls watch porn though.
They do obviously, but I was like, it's like for her to make that joke, like it made me proud of her.
It
I was like, yes, that's funny.
was it a joke though, or was she literally telling you don't press?
You want to try pressing P real
Let's
quick?
do it. Let's do it. No, I'm serious. Let's do it.
Let's see. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't ever go to my private on my phone.
The thing is, if you're really smart, like you won't even have it on your browser.
No, some videos you gotta keep.
See P.
I can't leave. I
See
can't lose
Pet
it.
Finder. Mariah, you passed. Portal. EDU. Porn star Martini.
Well, she didn't search it though. It was just.
I
don't
know, but Mariah, you're safe. You're good.
You know how to delete your browser history.
Yeah, you're smart about that. You are good. See.
When I die, delete my fucking browser history, please, dude.
But you don't delete it already by yourself.
No.
You just leave it.
Oh, you said I do go private browsing.
Yeah. No, that's the funny thing. You want more? Yeah.
All right, let's move into the video game section. I don't know. I forgot to start the timer, so I don't know when this.
I don't know either.
It's
It's all
gonna
good.
end.
Let's watch it.
Can you see the red dot?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, just
can see
keep. You also keep looking for that.
Sure.
2 eyes is better than 1.
I mean,
4 eyes is
the
better than
audio's
2.
still going, so we're good.
Is it? Okay. How long?
It is, yeah.
2
I'm
hours.
watching. I got you. I produce videos. I know. I'm looking at it.
Okay.
Cause it'd be the worst thing where like we record 2 hours and there's no audio. Imagine that. It's happened. It's happened to me where I recorded the whole fucking scene and no fucking audio. I'm like, I gotta dump this.
This
is trash.
actually, the camera on. I mean, the microphone on this is actually pretty good.
Oh, so you have two.
I
you have a
could,
backup,
I
you have a
could
backup.
use
Yeah.
it, and I would have to like. I wonder if I could rip. I think I can rip the audio off of it, and I could probably spruce it up a little bit.
I don't know, cause the thing is when I edit, like audio is like a whole different world.
Oh, you don't.
Audio
yeah.
mixing, like
That's
sound
mine.
mixing.
That's
you.
mine.
That's all you. And that's a whole different world. Like what I can do is raise the volume, lower the volume. That's it. I don't know how to like raise the background noise or lower it and then raise the talking. I don't know how to do
I
that.
know how to do that.
But
Yeah. Let's get into video games. What kind of video games do you like? This is the video game section of the podcast for everyone listening. watching.
To be honest, I don't really play too many video games nowadays.
I used to play Animal Crossing, and I've
I
always wondered what
did.
that game is about. I've never understood. Like, what?
What do you do?
What? Just that's
So
the
what?
question.
So Animal Crossing is it's an interesting dynamic, to be honest. You kind of just build your own world, your own island, technically. So
Is
you
it
can just,
online?
it is on. Yeah, the thing is, you
So
can.
can you like visit other people's islands?
Yeah, so you have to pay for like you have to pay monthly for that, and you can also just build your own island and just have.
Pay monthly for that.
Yeah, you have to get live Nintendo Live for that, but once you do get that,
Oh, so it's just like having. That's basically everyone now, though. You have to have Xbox Live to go
you
online.
have to have live to
Okay,
visit.
yeah.
Because like I feel like if you have Animal Crossing and you don't have live, like it's not even worth it.
Because then you just.
It's just you.
It's like playing The Sims.
Yeah.
Eventually it
with
runs out,
computers.
dude. It runs out.
Facts.
It's like, all right, I've done everything. What the fuck? And then
What
you
I
just
do.
stop playing.
Exactly, and like the best part about it is like if you visit like a different friend's island and you get different things that you can't get on your island. That's the best part. But like it's very creatively open. Like you could do whatever the fuck you want. Like people have made like Japanese streets in Animal Crossing.
Dude, have you seen the Minecraft shit that
I
they
have seen
do?
Minecraft
Oh
shit.
my
Dude,
god.
people like that's what I love about the
That's-
fucking internet. Like
and
you get
like
so
the video
creative.
game community,
community.
it's
they show you shit like you didn't even think was possible.
exactly.
Never.
I saw them build
Minecraft built a whole
a
city.
fucking city. It was
LA.
San Francisco.
That was-
Was it
I think it was
LA or
LA.
San Francisco.
I think it was L.A.
And
like
it
the
looked
downtown.
like a picture was taken,
Straight up.
and then they zoom in and you
It's
see
all
the
one
blocks.
pixel. One
You
pixel.
like that's
And you know, I think that project took them
how?
6 years to
the
do.
fucking
6 years.
How do you have the fucking like wherewithal and mindset to see that, like to see these blocks and know that
know
I'm
that
gonna
and make
make this fucking. That's.
I feel like you know.
I fucking love those people.
That
dude.
brings me to like I think there's fucking just geniuses, like people that are
Oh yeah,
born
there's fucking
genetically
oh, for
or
sure.
they're just smart.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, there's people like that where like they just know what to do, right? Like those,
That's me.
and a lot of those people.
I'm the fucking best.
Yes, excuse the mess podcast.
Woo.
But yeah, no, literally, like it blows my mind of how creative you can get.
And like fucking the Halo Forge, where you can make your own custom maps and like game
On the map, like same as Super Smash, you can make your own.
And then like people would
court
have like zombie maps where like they built an entire fucking
map.
with like barriers and shit that it takes a while for them to break through.
Yeah.
It's
Every little
crazy,
thing,
dude. It's
no, like
my God.
you know what's crazy? Like that's
I
why
love people, dude. I just love people, man.
that's why when people tell me like, hey, like don't like stay off social media, don't consume too much media. But it's like as creators, you have to consume media to get inspired. That's the only way I was able to make fucking
No
videos.
artist has ever lived in a vacuum.
No. You have to
cannot.
you
It does not work.
You have to consume it to get inspired. Because if I was never introduced to Casey Neistat, I would have never started vlogging. You know what I mean? Like you have to. You know Casey? Casey Neistat? You never heard of him?
No.
Damn. So he's like the OG YouTube vlogger.
Really?
Yeah. He made kind of like everyday life like a movie. So he would have like some cool.
So it's like it was like reality TV but better.
It was like his life, but he made it cinematic. Like him opening the door, he would like have a close-up shot of the handle and just him opening the door, and of him walking down the stairs. Like he would set up the shot, run back up.
So he wants to be a filmmaker. Has he made any films yet?
Dude, Casey, bro. I'm telling you right now, Casey is like OG. Like, he's successful. Like he's like you probably heard of him for the first time through me, but like he's like.
Maybe I've seen something that was by
he's
him
an OG.
and I didn't know.
Yeah. He's already an OG. Like he has no need to like prove himself anymore. Like he's almost kind of retired. Like he just.
No, I'm just saying like people that do stuff like that, like close-ups, they want to make a film.
Yeah. No,
I'm not saying for money. It's because they want.
They want it. He loves it. Yeah, exactly. He's made a lot of films.
Like you want to make a film. I know you.
I want to, but one day.
Yeah.
Something just funny, not funny, but like funny. Like for me, like what Casey has taught me is like story is king. Story.
Shit, that's the fucking name of my fucking writing game, dude.
Right? Literally, you're a screenwriter. You write stories. Like literally.
Fucking novels. Look at that.
Like guys,
shit
if Daniel turns this camera, he has maybe like 20 binders full of screenplays
and novels.
Like this is insane. But like like without the story, everything else
falls by the wayside.
It's nothing. So story is king.
That's what fucking got Game of Thrones through its whole fucking thing.
But
Jesus.
But how did you feel about how it ended? Let me ask you that, because it's a huge debate, huge like question.
As a person that went to a film school and wanted to do film, still want to do film.
Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts.
The intricacies of the film world. I wasn't satisfied with the ending, but I understand why they did it.
Why?
They just didn't. They were running out of money, dude. If to keep it going, it had to for people to be satisfied. It had to be another season, and it was costing so much. Think about how fucking big the budget was getting, dude.
But think about how many views it got.
But that doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter because the budget, the fucking scene in the night. Where all those people are fighting.
Like 45 days
there
in a
are
night.
so fucking many people there.
It's like thousands.
Do you know how many takes they had to do?
Yeah.
That takes so long and it costs so much.
But HBO had the money.
There's times where a single day costs $1 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money, dude. And producers have to find this money. And eventually, it's been going for 8 seasons.
Yeah.
It's been
but it's
costing
getting better and
so
better, though.
much, but it's been costing so much, and it's like at some point you're hemorrhaging money because eventually once it gets long enough, people start pirating. That's part of the fucking game. You have to fucking know that.
I pirated
and then you start losing
seasons,
money because people aren't fucking, and the amount that you're like.
Did you hear about
only subscription on HBO?
Only.
I don't think
$15
I
a
don't
month?
feel like they can make enough
shit.
fucking money from that to fund another season of 10 episodes. It's way too much.
No, but you heard about how the director has got a job at Disney?
No, I don't think that's what it's about.
I think
No.
they were casted
No.
to direct Star Wars.
I don't think so. I don't.
And
think
they
so.
said,
Knowing
"Fuck
how,
it, let's end Game of Thrones."
Knowing how.
I don't
well,
think budget
it's
was.
possible. Okay, it's possible.
I don't think budget was an issue. I'm telling you now.
It's possible.
Budget was not an issue because they
Yes, it
had money.
was.
They had, dude. HBO was gonna
Budget
give.
is
Game of Thrones
No,
was
no,
a
no.
culture
in
fix.
film. In film,
Yeah,
budget is always.
it's always. But
It's the main issue.
All right, we made it to Monterey, so we're packing the boat right now. Then we're gonna head out to the water. A little foggy out here, a little chilly, but feels good to get away from the heat.
Yeah, let's grab our boards and run, 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 run to the nearest shore. School is proud, let's go now and hell it out the door. Yeah,
The boat is on the dock, we're ready to go.
getting hot. This is my desire that I want to hit the spot. Yeah. Cool down. The waves is on fire, the day is getting hot. This is my desire that I want to hit the spot. Yeah. Cool down. The water's looking nice and blue. So bluer than the
And we're back. Welcome back to the Excuse the Mess podcast. We have Daniel and June here. Take it away, Daniel.
Okay, so we were just talking about video games. Do you have a Switch?
I do, yeah. So we were talking about Animal Crossing. So we played
We're
that
done
for
with that.
yeah. So we played that for a good like 4 or 5 months. Got over that. I don't really play too much games. What do you play nowadays?
And quarantine started, and they gave me all this free money. I fucking got that Xbox One.
Brand new Xbox right there.
That was the first thing I fucking bought.
Okay. What
And,
games do you play?
I mostly play Modern Warfare and Apex Legends. I like
Apex? Okay.
multiplayer shooters.
You have live and shit? You play it
Yeah.
online?
Yeah, I play with like Benito. Benito's fucking garbage. Oh my god. Benito, if you're watching this, you suck at
He's watching.
all fucking shooting games. Benito, he just doesn't listen. He just doesn't listen. And I play NHL a lot.
Nice.
And
Is that actually like, you know how like when we play like 2K or golf or PGA, it's like it's not the same as like real life. Is NHL kind of similar?
And yeah, because it's a video game. And once
Like, do they have the physics down in the game?
they've got it pretty good. They've got it pretty fucking
Pretty well.
good.
Okay.
I can show you later after.
For sure.
But yeah, no game is gonna be exactly the
Like real life,
Like
yeah.
playing Madden doesn't feel like you're playing football. It's still,
No.
it feels like the over top part of playing the sport. That's what it is. It feels like the over top part of playing the sport, where you're looking down, making plays and stuff. But
Yeah.
obviously, there's none of the physicality of it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I really like that one. And then my single player games are Final Fantasy 15 right now.
Nice.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, and Ori and the Blind Forest, which I think actually you would really like.
I'm down. Is that on Xbox?
It's on Xbox. I think it's on PS4. And it might be on Switch, but it's like a Metroidvania game, so it's all 2D,
Nice.
where you're just moving like left and right, up and down stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like those kind of games, like
I'm down for
Maple
that.
Leaf.
Yeah. That's hella fun.
But yeah, it's
So-
really cool.
So you just been playing hella games or what?
Yeah. Well, not sometimes when it's hot in here because it gets so hot.
Yeah, like what do you do when it's hella
It
hot?
no, I don't play games.
What do you do?
I just fucking watch the podcast and suffer.
But you still stay in here?
Yeah.
Like you don't go out or anything?
When my sister's in that room, there's nothing in the middle that I
Yeah.
can do. Everything I do is on my computer.
Yeah,
so
so you're just in here.
I just in
You
here
open the
and
door at
suffer.
least, right? Yeah.
If I'm smoking weed, I don't.
So
So
you're literally just
usually-
suffering.
No, I don't have the door open. And usually it's like 30 degrees hotter in here. So yeah, usually just suffering, sometimes drunk, and so it makes it worse.
Yeah.
And if that's on, the
Suffering for you
TV
guys.
and the Xbox together and the light, it's just like this wall is just heat.
Heat.
Heat coming from there, that computer, those
TV
lamps, the Xbox, and the TV. And so, yeah. And that's where I sit the fucking whole time. So
Why do you do that to yourself?
I don't have anything else to do.
I ain't shit to do.
Shit. I'm not going outside where it's hot.
No. Crazy, man. Crazy things. Quarantine life. 2020, man. Like,
I think the world is ending, and
did you,
I think it's been ending for a while.
yeah, did you hear about how like the Mayans got the calendar wrong and like 2012 was actually 2020?
Yeah.
You think that's true or not?
Anybody could just say that.
Yeah. They're trying to get headlines, huh?
Exactly. The world has been ending for a long time.
I mean-
Not ending, but we've been on a very sharp decline.
No, facts. I mean, I'm sure you
And
believe in global warming and everything.
Yeah, and I have a fucking conspiracy about
All right,
this.
let's hear it.
fucking-
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. We got time. Let's hear it.
All right, people gonna start fucking hating me for my conspiracy.
What is your
I
fucking?
fucking have an issue with conspiracy theories.
It better be logical, or else
It's
I'm
very
gonna roast you.
logical.
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
It's and that's why I don't
That's
like it.
crazy. Okay,
That's
let's hear it.
okay. So COVID happened.
Yep.
I'm not saying there are people that say that it was created.
What, the
I'm not
government?
saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe, sicknesses happen all the time. It's a fucking thing that happens in human culture.
Yep.
But I will say that in politics, I'm going to paraphrase the quote 'cause I don't remember the whole thing, but it's always never let a good crisis go to waste. So we have a crisis, and they're using it. But also,
Okay. Okay.
with the way they're using it, and how they're kind of they're like grooming us for this kind of lifestyle is
Yep.
because the environment has been irreparably damaged,
Of course.
which means that the ice caps and the permafrost will melt, and new sicknesses will come out, which will be like this, and which will take out a lot of people if we don't quarantine. And so the theory is that maybe they're grooming us for the future ahead, because it's
So
probably gonna be like this for a long time.
They're like looking out for us.
Looking out for themselves because they don't want to die, but yeah.
For the public. So you think like because it's already happening through the ice caps, they're like warning us.
Not in ice caps. It's in the like Siberian permafrost and the
I'm
Arctic
saying like
permafrost.
the shit that's melting. So what are you really saying? Like, you're saying because the disease is already coming out.
Because
they're
the
trying to warn
future
us.
is going to have a lot more sicknesses that are very deadly.
Yeah.
Because since they were in the permafrost, we don't know anything about them, and we won't have vaccines or any way.
Until it's out.
We'll have to have people die before we understand what's happening.
True.
And so the easiest way to keep people from dying is if they all know how to stay inside. And so and my theory is that maybe it's not for us so much, but for the kids. Because think about how used to quarantine like young kids are getting. They're used to being inside. They're getting used to Zoom calls and being
True.
electronically connected. Social media has already been pushing that. You know what I mean?
It has
This is kind of a
a whole agenda.
yeah. There's also another theory I have, but we're not going to go into that one because it's very long.
That's
very
gonna be-
deep. Oh, it's the one that you said you wanted to know on Twitter, but I said it's too long to fucking
We'll save that for a different podcast.
yeah. So let's move on to the film section and
Let's
TV
do it.
shows.
Little
What have you been
tipsy.
watching lately?
What I've been watching lately, I mean, you watch like all the good shows, right? Ozark. Breaking
All the
Bad?
good shows. Everyone has different tastes, Jim.
Honestly, I haven't been watching a lot of shows. We finished Ozark.
So what the fuck do you do? You don't watch shows.
I don't play games.
You don't play video games. What the hell do you do with your time?
I just fucking.
That is
been-
actually a very good
Good
question
question.
that I wanted to have answered.
So part of it is working, right? 8 days, 8 hours,
Oh, yeah,
8
'cause
hours a
you are
day.
still working from home.
Yeah, 8 hours a day. I'm working throughout the week. I edit, and it's just like my personal vlogs. I edit my personal vlogs. Check it out, Jun100. Shameless plug. Jun100. No, so actually it's Jun Ooi on YouTube. But I edit because it makes me happy. Like I just want to like finish a full video. I edit. I don't play games. I don't really.
So you
Like-
just fucking work and hobby
Work and hobby, like exactly, like
and girlfriend, obviously.
and girlfriend. Yeah, me and Mariah, like we'll go out to the city, get lunch, get dinner.
So
but yeah.
work, hobby, vagabond stuff,
Vagabond.
traveling around.
Facts, yeah, literally. Like I don't really like play games. I mean, like we'll watch movies, like like Netflix movies. Yesterday we watched #Alive. You watch that?
No.
It's a
I don't really
Korean.
I have trouble with movies. My attention span. I have to watch movies in like
As like a
20 minute-
film guy,
I'm
you
like
are.
that
You
goddamn
like
camera,
movies?
dude. I have to fucking watch it in 20-minute segments.
You can't watch a full movie like 2 hours. Shut up, Daniel. I know you like movies
Nah,
though.
I can't.
Really?
I have to pause and like do something for
Like,
a little bit. for,
tell
like,
me
10
you watched
minutes.
like Parasite at least.
I watched it. It took me a while, but I didn't watch it straight through. I watched it straight through
That's
in one night,
crazy.
but I have to pause
I always thought
because
you
I
were.
can feel myself like thinking about other
Yeah.
stuff. And
No,
so I
but
gotta
Daniel,
pause and
how do
come
you
back
go
up.
through like fucking like animes, like a whole season?
It's 20 minutes. It's my attention
But,
span long.
but like a whole season, and you can't watch a movie.
It's my attention span long every episode. So I watch an episode.
But you watch a whole season, like 7 episodes, back to back, 20 minutes. But you can't watch one
It's-
movie.
But there's that little after the episode. I do something. I do something else.
Not every episode.
Not every episode.
Yeah. So like.
But that's the thing because those shows, since they're shorter, they're
Yeah.
made to pull your
pull you on.
interest
Yeah,
faster,
That's true. That's true.
and it's a harder pull of the
But for a
interest.
movie, it's like you're just
It's a
kinda-
little
you're
more
bored.
slow
It's-
burn.
it's
You know?
very
It's not
slow.
bored. It's just I've got probably
It
ADD,
is.
and so like I can't. It's like
No, no.
David. Try to get David to sit down and watch a movie with you. It's not gonna happen.
David, let's get you on the podcast.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Oh fuck. So we're gonna take a little break right now.
David, you're next.
Yeah, you're next on the podcast. We'll do CJITs.
Yeah, I'm down.
We'll be back.
I'm not a hop in.
All right, we'll be back after this commercial break.
Out here in Long Beach. It's a beautiful day.
We made it, baby. Vegas, baby. Oh my God, it's
It's day zero.
We haven't even started yet.
It's 1 a.m. and we decided it's a good time to walk.
Any
3, 2, and we are back. Camera fucking went off again. We're gonna get this reparated. I'm gonna get a fucking video camera so that this DSLR can take a little break. So I wanted to get into. I've always, because I'm not very good with relationships and long-term ones. I know how to pull girls. I don't know how to keep them. You and Mariah have been together for a while. How long?
long time, brother. I would say 8 years, coming on 9. That's almost half my life. You know, like now that I think about it, that's a long time. It's a long time.
So you've been thinking about marriage ever?
Of course, Mariah is the girl I'm
Who
gonna marry.
thinks about it more? Do you think?
100% Mariah. Of course. Sorry, babe. But of course she does. But you know what I mean? Like for me, like as guys, like
That's not of course. Oh, maybe between you guys. I think in my relationships, I think about it more.
more
I think about it a lot because I don't like to date to just
to date.
date,
No,
dude.
nowadays, like if
because
you're
then I just won't call it fucking.
no.
It's not like a fucking thing, you know what I mean?
No,
It's just
no.
like sometimes we hook up and hang out. It's not.
No,
a-
nowadays, Daniel, when we get with someone, it's not a hobby. It's an actual thing, right?
yeah, if I'm gonna call you my girlfriend, it's a thing.
It's real.
I'm going towards
There's no
marriage.
there's no fucking room for like just like fake shit.
Yeah, and so I don't call being with a girlfriend dating.
Okay, what do you
You're
call
in
dating
a
then?
Dating is when dating is non-exclusive stuff. So you
wh-
can talk to.
When is it non-exclusive? Like, do you tell them like, hey, it's exclusive now? Like when do you
Yeah,
tell them
you
it's
gotta
not?
let them know.
You have to.
Oh, you let them know what you want.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't want that.
Exactly. So like, how do you deal with that when they want it
I
exclusive
drink
but you don't?
alcohol a lot. I drink alcohol a lot. Oh man, yeah. When they want to be non-exclusive, or they don't want to. I don't want to title
Is
it.
that a
but I
problem with
really
your
like
commitment
them.
issues or what?
Their commitment or mine?
Your commitment issues.
I don't have commitment issues.
But like, how come you have a problem with that? If they want to tie it down,
It's the other way. They don't want to tie it down.
you want to.
I'm
Oh,
trying to.
so you're Ted.
Like I said,
You're Ted.
I don't really. If I'm gonna call you my girlfriend, it's a fucking serious thing, and I'm going towards marriage.
Okay, but are you the type to just say I love you and like on a second date?
No, Jesus fucking Christ, no. When I was younger, probably, but that's because I was
Thank
young
God.
and I didn't understand emotions. You know, and I thought my
So-
dick
so-
emotions.
so
were my
what-
brain
let me ask you
emotions and
this.
heart emotions.
What constitutes?
June is now the interviewer of this fucking podcast.
What constitutes love for you? Like, what is love, Daniel?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
No more.
No more. Okay, love.
What is love
There's
to
many
you?
loves.
What
So
is
which
your
one?
what
Which
is
one?
your version of like, oh, I'm in love? Like, what is your ideal version of like, yo, I'm in love with this girl? What's your version of that? Like, what is your ideal relationship?
My ideal relationship?
Your ideal, like the best healthy relationship you can have.
I don't think I can picture it because I'm not a healthy person.
Okay.
So I don't think I even know what it is.
Oh,
I don't think I'd
interesting,
know
interesting.
until I saw it. You know what I mean?
Experience it.
Because I have wants that I want from the girl.
What is
but
your
I
wants though?
also
What is your
have
wants?
So I want. We were talking about love language before.
Love, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if it was on the camera.
Yeah.
But I like words of affirmation. I need them to tell me that they like me. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
Pretty often.
I feel that,
And
feel
I
that.
need quality time with them. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be doing anything. We can just be in the same room.
So no girls have ever checked those boxes.
They have, but
What happened?
well, no, they don't usually check the first one.
Of words of affirmation?
Yeah,
That's tough.
I tend to date a lot of emotionally unavailable girls because they've been through some.
Kind of
stuff.
same with David Garcia. Sorry, my brother.
Jesus, had to out him like that. We
I-
will cut that out, David. I'll bleep that whole thing out. I'm so
David,
sorry.
if you're listening, I think you and Daniel are in the same boat. You guys gotta team
No,
up.
we are because we
Yeah.
always talk about it. We always
And you guys are very creative, and you guys are very yourselves, right? Like I feel like
we
you know,
just stay ourselves.
the thing is,
And sometimes that's not good.
it's not good. But the thing is,
Because I'm pretty incorrigible. I'm
You
like,
are, you
fuck,
are.
I'm not gonna fucking
but with you and David, it's like,
change, but you should change.
but no, you shouldn't. Like if you
And that's what love is when you meet that girl that says, I have to fucking change. What did Steve-O said? Steve-O said he fucking realized I have to become the man that the love of my life deserves.
wow,
You know, and before he even met her, he
I've never
never,
heard
but
that.
I have to be a good, because he was, you know,
someone that she
not
deserves.
sober, and he was doing a lot of crazy
That's
crazy
amazing.
things. And he said, yeah, I want to be the man that the love of my life deserves.
Deserves.
And I'm definitely not that. I am a piece of shit. I am,
All right, Daniel. Let me ask you this: what can you do better about yourself for girls, for the ladies? What can you improve on?
I can't wait for you to come my way. I've been far away, but I'll keep running just to find a way to you till then. I've been running from it, I'm tired of running from it. I'm scared of feeling something, now I'm stuck and trying to get up out of this hole. I tried to be strong, I tried to make it work, but I've been feeling too numb. Skies are bleeding on me, why'd you leave me lonely? I'm feeling Whitney Stoney, now I'm stuck and wonder where I ever went wrong.
Guys, this place is so dope. Let me give you guys a quick tour.